Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to come on and talk to you about my trying to conceive story. I know it was a couple of weeks ago on Channel Mum and I never got around to doing a video, but I thought I'd share my story with you so you can learn a little bit more about me and what I've gone through really. It's nothing major. It sounds really bad when I say it like that, but yes. So I have actually had 2 pregnancies. The first one, I fell pregnant at the age of 19, which we chose, but about 5.5 weeks in, I started to bleed. This happened so quickly, literally the first months of trying, which I think that's one of the reasons, because obviously the pill wasn't out of my system. My body went straight from taking the pill for like 3 years straight to being pregnant. But I started bleeding at 5.5 weeks and went to hospital. I had a scan, which was heartbreaking because all there was a sac. There was no, like, not even a sign of a 6-week baby, which I would have been when I had the scan. So I took bloods and sent us on our merry way pretty much with no information, just we'll phone you with the results when they come through. So 2 days went and we tried to live our life as normally as possible. We went racing that night over a local banger meet and we were allowed in the pits because we knew someone and we were with them. My other half was like a mechanic for him. Next thing, the phone goes in the middle of the pits. I was expecting it like the day after, considering it was like 7:30 at night, and we just got the news that it wasn't like a conceivable pregnancy or something along them lines, which tore my heart out. Like, oh my god, it was just the worst. I asked Liam if we could stay at his mum's that night just so I could be somewhere where there was more than just one person, where we weren't going back home, which was kind of good. It was kind of refreshing, and that was hard at times. I felt really like angry at people who were pregnant and who had looked like newborns, and now looking back I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. We left it 6 months and then we started trying again, and again we fell pregnant very quickly, but I was off the pill for like 2 months before that. I don't fully understand why we fall so quickly, but we seem to, and we're just very, 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 very lucky. I'm not like, I've told my friend not to expect, because she wants to try. I've told her not to expect it at all because it was just a complete shock to us. But yep, in January, the 2nd week, I was on a school trip. I was on a trip on a cruise ship, and I took a pregnancy test with me just because I knew I'd be sort of due on at that time, and obviously we were trying, so I thought I'd just take one just to be on the safe side. My period day came and it went, so the next day I took a test and I found out I was pregnant in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, which was just amazing, just to know like we have this sort of unique story about how we found out we were pregnant. So I had to live off like virgin cocktails all week, which was fine because they were amazing, but we were trying to sort of not tell his dad till we were home, until we were sure things were okay. So I told his mum just so she knew, because we were quite close, we still are. So I was living off like virgin cocktails and fruit smoothies and just enjoying the week. It was a fantastic week, had lots of fun. My mum had guessed that I was pregnant, which is really weird. I went for my 12-week scan and I was so nervous, like, because of what's happened in the past. I was so convinced there was going to be nothing there, but luckily there was. And again, like with every follow-up appointment, hearing that heartbeat or seeing her on a scan picture or feeling her move, that was the most incredible thing, to know that she was okay. And I was classed with diabetes when I was pregnant. If you've watched my pregnancy vlogs, you'll know. So I had her early. I would have had her early anyway. They would not let me go overdue because of that. I wasn't actually had any symptoms, but I was sick during the GTT, which is a glucose tolerance test, and they couldn't get a proper result from me, so they just classed me with it and kept me monitored, which was fine. A bit of a pain because I had to go up to the hospital every week for 2 hours, but she's here, she's happy, she's healthy. But I do think because we've had a miscarriage that the second pregnancy was a lot harder, even though I only held the first for 6 weeks. The emotion I went through in those 6 weeks, well, obviously 2 weeks because you find out when you're 4 weeks pregnant, was incredible. Like, we were so happy that it happened so quickly. We were happy that we were going to have a family, and then our world just came crashing down. And yeah, but now we've got our little rainbow, not so much baby anymore. She starts school in September, which is absolutely mental. And the advice I want to give you, if you're trying or about to try or whatever, is relax. Don't try and sort of calculate to the hour or anything like that. Just try and relax. I know these help, obviously, knowing when you do ovulate, but don't just sort of be like, oh my god, we need to do it here now, right now. You need to just relax and chill out and let nature take its course. And then if it doesn't take its course, after a year, I think they say it can take up to a year, then maybe ask for some advice from a doctor. And also, if you have a miscarriage, it's bloody scary, but I'd never let that put me off having another child. I am really wanting another child in the future. I do want another child. And it will make me feel more nervous again about falling pregnant because I don't want to lose another one. But I know the signs I have to look out for and everything like that. And I know, like, we do have Lily. She is an amazing little girl. She drives me balmy and she drives me up the wall, but she is an incredible little girl, and I cannot believe she is almost 5. It seems so long ago that I was doing like pregnancy vlogs from my mother-in-law's bedroom holding a camera phone, and looking back, the videos are awful. If you do want to check it out, I'll link the playlist down below. It's nice to look back on, but the camera work is absolutely awful. I was literally like this, like moving around my camera phone. But yes, so that is my trying to conceive story, and hopefully in the next year we'll be adding to that trying to conceive story, which will be absolutely fantastic. But at the moment we are pretty happy with Lily, and just need to get a few bits like sorted out in my head for one thing, and yeah, just general stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please, I'd love it if you could subscribe if you want to. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.